What's up, sweethearts? Welcome back to LearningSweet. Today we're going to be going around BYU campus, ranking all the different buildings, only counting buildings that hold classes. So none of the administration buildings, only the buildings where you will typically have class. Without further ado, let's get started. All right, we're gonna start here at the Jesse Knight building. Everyone calls it the JKB. This is a pretty weird building. It has like these half floors. So like each elevator only goes to each normal floor, and you have to walk up several flights of stairs to get just up one floor. It's just such a weird building. It's like split into two parts because the building was mashed, like two buildings mashed together to make one building. And I don't know, all the vending machines this building has can't save it from just being a D tier. All right, next up is the Talmadge building. This building is a similar boat as the Jesse Knight building, that it's like two buildings smashed together. It has like one half is the math department side and the other half is a computer department side. However, it does not have the same problem as the JKB with the half floors. It's all just normal. I like that. And has a huge area for sitting and waiting between classes that you can just do a lot of studying. It's quiet, it's nice. There is one problem with this building. It has like this elevator that's like super old. Like it looks like it's from the 70s and about to break down at any second. But it does have a Kung Fu Panda statue. So I think that's a win. And that's this building a high B tier. Here we are at the Tanner building. This building's a really nice building. It's like just a normal building, but it looks nice, so it has that. It's kind of weirdly designed. If you're walking here, it's like on one of the ends of campus, and so for some people that might be really far, some people that might be really close. It's kind of weirdly designed that if you walk here from campus, then you walk in on like one of the highest floors, and then when you get to your classrooms, you have to walk down the stairs. I don't know, that's just kind of strange to me because it's on the side of a hill. And the flags on the inside are a really cool touch, but I can't really help it or let it be too high because you have to cross the street to get here. This is probably just a B tier. This parking garage here is also pretty cool for those who drive. Just down from the Tanner building is the Richards building, which everyone just calls the RB. It's the building where they have all sorts of like exercise rooms and stuff. It has like basketball and volleyball classes. It has a swimming pool. And it's just a really cool place to hang out with friends. The only problem is the long walk, but unlike the Tanner building, you don't have to cross the street to get here. There's like an interesting subway looking area just by the Kimball Tower, which we'll talk about later, that you go through just to get to this building. It's a long stairway, but I don't know, I don't really mind it that much. So this is an easy A tier building. Here we are at the JFSB. This building is pretty interesting. Has a courtyard in the front and on the inside. Tends to be pretty crowded between classes. This building has the offices for the language and humanities departments. Has a lot of language classes. So if you're in those, you'll be here a lot. But a lot of the classes are like downstairs in the basement. And so it's really dark with no windows. But it does have a BYU museum on one of the upper floors. And so that's enough, I think, to bring it up to a B tier. Here we are at the Kimball Tower. It's the tallest building on campus with 15 floors. It houses the College of Nursing. So if you're in the College of Nursing, then you'll be in here a lot. It's not really that interesting though, apparently. My roommate said he went up to the 15th floor and it was all just storage. However, if you're ever lost off campus or something, you'll always know where BYU is because you can see this thing from literally like 10 miles away, which I think that's pretty cool. So it's an A tier building to me. So this is the Eyring Science Center. It has everything like science from geology to astronomy classes. The classrooms have like the nicest seats you'll ever sit in, like for real. And honestly, it's just a cool building. Lots of exhibits. As soon as you walk in, you can see cool rocks, dinosaur bones. If you're doing anything science, you'll be in this building, A tier. This is the JSB, or the Joseph Smith building. There's a lot of religion classes in here. So if you have, or you're going to have those if you're coming to BYU, so you'll have classes in here. It also has a huge auditorium for really, really big classes like American Heritage or physics. But the problem with this building is it's like on the far edge of campus. So if you have your first class in here, you're going to have to leave like 20 minutes early if you live on the north side. It's still an A tier though, in my opinion, because it has some really good study areas and a cool courtyard. Right next to the JSB is the Benson building. This building is pretty much limited to chemistry classes and computer science labs. But you'll be in here a lot if you have those classes. I mostly don't really like the feel of this building, even though it does have some cool places to study. It's just it doesn't vibe with me. And it's also just as far away from the on-campus housing as the JSB is, so it's a C tier. Alright, we're at the life science building now. This building is like anything life science, like biology, anatomy, anything like that. So you'll be in this building for those classes. It's a pretty strange building. It's really nice, don't get me wrong, but if you take the main path, you go onto the 3rd floor. If you take a side path, you go onto the 1st floor. In order to get to the 2nd floor, you have to either go through the 3rd floor down or the 1st floor up. I don't know, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And it's also really, really far. It's even farther than the last 2 buildings. You have to cross the street here, just like the Tanner building. But I do think it's a little better and nicer than the Benson's building, so it's a B tier. Up from the LSB is the engineering building. This is one awesome building. Pretty much every engineering major will have a class in here, but it's really new. It's really, really, really nice. And there's like a food place if you turn left right as you enter the building. Pretty much everyone knows just how awesome this building is. There's lots of really nice places to study and comfortable seating, so it's an easy S tier. This is the Clyde building, the engineering building's frail older brother. It used to be the engineering building until the new, much nicer one was built. I don't know, it's just a really, really old building, and it's not terrible, but the classroom is just so obviously 70s. And yeah, C tier. Now we're at the Thomas L. Martin building, or the MARB. This building's cool name can't save it from being an F tier. It's just, this building is so bad. It has a weird smell, and it's so old. It's even older than the Clyde building, and it's just, there's not much more to say about it. Everyone just hates this building. Here we are at the Harold B. Lee Library. It's a great building. It's really nice. It's just a lot of places to study, get stuff done. There's some floors where you can meet in groups to work on group projects, and some floors that are quiet areas where you can work in virtual silence for maximum concentration. It's just a really great building all around, and it does have classrooms in the back, so it has to be included in this video. I've been here quite a few times myself just to get assignments done. It has the American Heritage offices and review rooms so you can study for your tests, and it has people who can help you with research essays for your writing classes. It's an easy S tier building for me. Alright, lastly, but not least, is the Wilkinson Center. This is the center hub of all of BYU. There's so many different amenities here. There's the Cougar Eat food court, there's a bookstore, the bookstore, there's a lot of offices, there's a bowling alley, a hair salon. There's so much stuff to do here. You're going to be spending a lot of time here if you're coming to BYU. And they do have a social dance class, which a lot of people do take. Seems interesting. In the ballroom, so it had to be included on this list. And I don't know, it's just an all-around amazing building that you'll be here from like breaks between classes to hanging out with roommates after school. And that's it. Yeah, it's just an S tier building. Alright, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. It seems like the top contenders for the best building on campus, it's a tie between the Wilk, the library, and the engineering building. They're all pretty good in their own right. I feel like the Wilk has the edge over them, but that's just me. And then the bottom building, the F tier, is just the MARB. That's the only one that was bad enough to be in the F tier, so yeah. But let us know in the comments if you agree or you disagree. Maybe come up with your own tier list for each building. Remember guys, it's all our opinion. Just remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get everything BYU related from us. And thank you guys for watching.